What's going on YouTube? The AlphonZeus Team Gradelock here. We got ourselves another deck profile for you guys today, and today we have premium Neo Nectars. I feel dead inside. Okay. Hi guys, it's Dan again. So yeah, this is premium, as indicated by these nice sleeves that are off to the side of my deck. Get started. We play Kira. Because this is, we need to draw cards a lot. So yeah. Play 4 maiden trailing rows, your ideal grade 3 ride, get to your force 2 marker that you use, ideally what you most of the time you use, force 2 when you ride her, and she generates 2 tokens on call, on ride to van, and then generates a token on call to rear. Great for your grade 3 ride and can help push for numbers if you're not already set up. Then we play 3 Exploding Tomato. You try not to want to clog your hand with as many grade 3s. He's good, especially if you've already filled up your field from prior turns, so you can start getting advantage off of that. He's the only other. He's one of the other grade 3s that has a force marker. So like, you basically just want to play 4. You just want to play grade 3s that have force markers on them, so you can get your force 2 marker and do your shenanigans. We play 4 Sylvia. On ride and on call, make a token. The whole point of this deck is to revolve around calling tokens, making tokens, and just using tokens to punch your opponent's face in. So, with that being said, we play 4 Kaivon. Kaivon is your ideally your win part of your win condition. So what you do is you call him off of your new premium collection stride, and you have it set up so that he sees 3 tokens in your backboard, and then that way he'll get plus 15. So he swings for 25k on top of your force 2 marker, so it's 25 with crit, and your opponent just doesn't like that because you make it happen twice. I'll show you why later, soon enough. Play 3 Irmisol. You want to see him early for your obviously early game plays. Like the reasons, because like you don't want to lose your 3rd Kaivon, so like that's why you play him as a 4 of. Play Irmisol as a 3 of, because you want to see him like not in the late game or mid game. You just want to see him early game, and that's it. But that's only because your last 2. We're playing high grade 2 counts, playing 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're playing 13 grade 2s, so it's kind of a lot. We're rounding off with Maiden of Gladiolus. Oh no, the Amber clone. For Neo Nectars from the trial deck. So on attack to the Vanguard, if she's boosted, you count +1, target a unit on your board and clone it, call a copy of it from your deck. So what you do is you attack with your Kaivon, attack with the Maiden, and then Maiden to clone your Kaivon and call the Kaivon from your deck, and then just attack again with 25 and a crit at your opponent's Vanguard, and they just hate you. We play 4 Merca because ideal grade 1 ride is nice. Also helpful like grade 2 boards, just making a token, being a 16k column, you know, that whole stuff. We play 3 Rebecca's, good for the early game. Not really good for late game or whatever, but you can, if you want, off of the Katrina, call her, and then at the end turn bounce her back if your opponent has a Hanali in the backboard or something like that. We don't play Hanali in this build, by the way. The space is too tight because you're generally you just want things that either make tokens or help you live, or just give you power or help you attack. Play 3 Pitcher Strides because this is a stride deck. We need to attack. Yeah. And then we round up with 3 Fruits Basket Elf because, again, cards that make tokens are good in this deck. That's pretty much it. We play 4 Happy Luckies because he's the 3rd 10k crit that Neos have gotten. and giving +10 to your Vanguard and drawing a card helps you a lot. Also fills up your soul, so if you need to call a Merca off of your Katrina play, you can do so. And then we play 12 crit. It's an aggressive deck, so basically you're just making tokens and pushing your opponent's face in as much as possible, as consistently as possible. And we play like 4 heal triggers, so no draw, so no PGs at all. You're just going on to the impression that you want to kill your opponent as fast and effectively as possible. And the way you do that is by striding into Katrina. So Katrina, when you stride into her, you flip a G unit face up, and then you generate plant tokens based on the number that you have faced up. So, and then all of your plant tokens, regardless of how many you have face up in the G zone, just all plant tokens get +10k. So this is the whole play of the deck, is that you spend your grade 1 turns, your grade 2 turns, and your grade 3 turns. Just making tokens, and making tokens. Like you just you spend the entire game making tokens with these 4 cards, and then you just explode on your opponent's face and just giggity. And just literally just punch them in. And so, like I said, the whole play is you have your Katrina, and then you have, like I said, you have you have your full board tokens, and then you call, and then you attack with your token column, attack with your token column, attack with your Katrina, and then from there you call out Maiden and Kaivant, and then try not, and like you can call you can call cards equal to the amount of tokens you have. So you have a full board, you can call up to 5 cards from your deck. Ideally you would want to just call 3, because if you call over this booster, you lose the boost and you need to have the power for that. But you just basically end up with, you have your token here, and then you just call any of these 3 cards to like here, and then just make your token, and then you have your tokens, and then your Kaivant sees them, gets 15. This is on a force 2 marker. You dump triggers to him, dump triggers to her, swing with the Kaivant, swing with the Maiden, make another Kaivant, swing again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks. And that's on your first stride. So that's what you do. And pretty much the rest of your G zone is just to sort of facilitate that. So you generally want to run flip fodders. My flip fodders of choice are my SP Myras from my Musketeer days, so get on me. You play the 1 Progenitor Dragon's hot stamp because I'm a baller like that. Because not dying is also really nice, actually. We play 1 Zoa because memeing with Zoa is also nice, apparently. Yes, I'm a high roller. But not enough for the other 2 hot stamp Katrinas, I'm sorry. We play the 1 Seabreeze because we can afford that, because we don't really counterblast that much in this deck. The only counterblasts that we use are on Tree Sage and the Guide, the Maiden. That's pretty much it. G Guardians, we play 2 of the unflipping G Guardian because she gets a lot of shield, and that's why, because like I said, so like we're playing the 20k heal triggers. We need to play, again, G Guardians that will get us to high shield power. So it's really good. She can go up to, what's it called? She instantly goes to 20, and then you can get an additional 10k shield, so she's a 30k shield, so she's really good. We play 2, the Musketeer G Guardian, Antero. And you can basically just get, again, plus 20, 30, 35k shield, so you're staying at 48 defense power, so you're set there. And then 2 Rain Breath Dragons because you can do some cheeky interactive plays, sort of, but again, you can call what's it called? If you're playing against certain decks that like stop you from calling certain grades or whatever, and you need to intercept, you can always just call your Rain Breath, call your a grade 2 down, and just intercept with that, and then not have to worry about that. So yeah, that was that's now Neo Nectars, not Musketeers, unfortunately. You could probably make a Musketeer deck, but all things considered, playing like Katrina's like the best thing that Neos have gotten like ever at all. Oh, holy kaboli! I can't believe this is like a top tier deck. If anything, you could probably end up cutting a couple things for if you want to go if you want to have more what's it called, if you want to have more if you want to play more Irmisols, you could probably have everything in your deck. You could probably cut you could probably cut you could probably cut Rebecca for him, because then you still have your Fruits Basket Elf, you still have your Murga, Sylvias, and your Maidens. Now, if you, for whatever reason, don't have access to Maiden, you can, what else can you play? You can play, I don't have it on me, but there's a, you can play, oh snap, what can you play? I don't know. I'm bad at this game, I swear. You could probably play like 10k vanillas or anything like that that get you extra shields. If you're not maxing out Kaivons, you can already max those out. Max on your missiles. I'm trying to think compared to like what the like my standard Neo's profile is, but yeah, you could probably just do that. Actually, you could also what's instead of doing like your Maiden Kaivon combo, you can play the what's it called, the Spanish Advisor combo, and play that card, which is a 10k that gets a plus 3k every time a unit is called. So basically, you would, when you attack with your Katrina, you basically call the Spanish Advisor, and then that sees 4 units being called at minimum. And then if you call any of these 3 units, they see an additional 3 cards being called for a total of 7 cards. So, like, if you can't afford this, Spanish Advisor is actually your next best bet. So, like, you still have your full board of stuff. So, yeah. So that's Neos in a nutshell. It's a semi-budget-friendly deck. The only expensive cards in the deck. Like I said, anything past the Katrinas and your flip fives for Katrinas, you don't really care for, except for, like I said, your G guards. Like the only things that would be expensive in the deck are the Maidens. Like that's about it. Trailing Roses have gone up, but you could probably still snag them for a reasonable price. It's mostly like literally almost card for card transition of a standard Neo Nectar deck. You're only getting an additional like 3 cards. Like you just need your Pitch for Strides, your Happy Luckies, your Maidens, and then obviously your Katrinas, and then you're set. So yeah, that was the deck profile. I hope you enjoyed. I think that's it.
Awesome. All right, Dan, thank you so much for the Neo Nectar deck profile. Feel free to comment down below with any research that you found into Neo Nectar Premiums. And that is it for Dan and the AlphonZeus and Team Gradelock. Take care, guys. Signing out.
Deuces.